If you have comments on something other than the anti-discrimination ordinance, we will take public comment at the end of the meeting, which is scheduled for 4 a.m. at this point. So, ma'am.
Good evening. I'm Susan Crow, and I am a Coeur d'Alene resident. Did I also mention that I'm Christian? Shall I mention it a few more times? I'm not trying to be insulting when I say that, but I see that coming up. I hear that coming up over and over tonight. Let me tell you one quick little story about that. When I was in college, there was a fine Christian organization that decided that they needed to come out and teach the rest of us how to be good Christians. So I was invited to come to the non-Christian meeting on Thursday night coming up. Oddly enough, I happened to be the soloist for my church, and I had been really involved with my Christian religion from the time I was a little tiny girl. But obviously, it wasn't an okay part of the Christian religion. What I'm getting at is self-righteousness can feel real good, but sometimes it's not good. I was always taught that God is love, and that we should treat our neighbor as ourselves. That's how I was raised in my faith, and I'm not hearing that tonight. I'm hearing, I love you, but. There is no but in I love you. I'm sorry. Now, there's another thing that I want to address here, and I feel like I have a little bit of expertise in this, because I happen to have been a probation officer for 12 years before I became a mental health therapist, where I currently work in a prison. And in the prison where I work, over 50% of the offenders happen to be sex offenders. As a probation officer, I supervised a sex offender caseload. Now, how many of those sex offenders do you think happen to have a homosexual bent or to be transgender? A majority? A minority? Let me tell you, less than 1% nationwide happen to be of homosexual orientation or transgender. So I want to put to rest the fallacy that homosexuality or gender identity has anything to do with predatory sexual behavior. I'm angered at the mention of that tonight. I feel like I know what I'm talking about because I've been doing this for over 30 years. So, I would like to set the record straight, and I just appreciate the opportunity to stand up, because this comes to mind for me. First came the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist.
Sorry.
I think you get the message.
You got the message.
Thank you.
Very well. For the record, if you say honey to anybody else, there's going to be trouble here, Mr. Crow.